Hi, happy Monday. I am so excited for you guys. I love, like Andrea said, seriously, like the incentives that they give us are the best because that's stuff that I wouldn't buy myself. And that's why I always take the incentives over the cash. If you notice, there's always a cash option, but I always take what they give us because I take cash and I pay the bills and I'm responsible, but incentives are fun, right? And you get to use them for you. Like us mamas don't get a lot of things, right? And we don't get to spoil ourselves a lot. So I always love the Plexus stuff because I get to spoil me. But um shout out to Allie, Tara, Corrine, Amanda, Samantha, Jamie, Leslie, Dewana, Jody, and Leah who earned gift cards for Lululemon. And I know so many of us were super duper close, and that is totally fine. All that does is leverage you for this month because if you were pushing super hard at the end of last month, all that does is create fruition for the months ahead. So, super proud of you all. I know Leah earned multiple gift cards on her and her husband's account, which is super exciting and amazing. And so I, oh, sorry. I have somebody asking me for the Zen code. Um, Super proud of you guys. And I know that you have every ounce of potential in you to earn the iPad this month. Um, what it takes is you creating excitement around the iPad, um, you bringing the heat. You're being active on your social media, you're in your stories, you're going live, you're being creative with how you are, like, I guess, promoting this. So if you want to create a workshop or make a graphic where you have 3 or 5 names and you're like, I only have room for 5 people this month, like create urgency around this and tell people that you know what you're doing to help them earn the iPad. So be the professional, be the expert, and show them how to do this. Um, so this month we are having events and I want you guys to put them in your calendar so it's ready. Um, let's see. Tomorrow is the welcome call. I sent you guys the message in both team chats, mine and Andrea's yesterday. So make sure that you're inviting all your new VIPs from last month to the welcome call tomorrow. Allie is actually live right now in Rise Up um, or Rise Collective. So you can tag them there as well. And then the welcome call tomorrow is usually 10 or 15 minutes and it goes over everything. It goes over their detox, how to get them started. It goes over drinking water, being consistent, communication, the referral link, and it's a way to cast vision. And I can tell you the people that get on the welcome calls stick around. And I have proof of that. They see the community, they catch a little bit of vision, and they stay consistent longer on their supplements. So don't miss out on getting them on the Zoom call. And if they say that they can't join, I always offer to send them the recording. So that's always an option. And then you can follow up. On the 15th is the Pink 15 at 9 o'clock. It's also a Zoom. So put that in your calendar. Guys, these events are the perfect way to follow up with people and give them another touch point. It's almost an excuse. Okay. So it's like a reason to go, hey, like I have this event, come check out information. I know we talked previously, it wasn't a good time, but I have this event. It's, testimonials. It's my favorite part. Like, give them a reason of value why they should attend these Zooms. If you give them value with a reason why they should attend, you will get them there way more frequently than just sending some random invite. And then on the 16th is the opportunity call at 9. And so you have the Pink 15 and an opportunity call. And this opportunity call, guys, I would not miss because this is going to cast vision. And if you have new sharers on your team or you have prospects that you are prospecting for the business, this is what these events are for, to cast that vision for them. So again, send the invite with a value of why they should attend. So does anybody have questions on that? And I can promise you that events work if you can kind of just readjust your thinking around them and know that there is proof behind events, and just believe that what you're doing will bring things to fruition with these events. They will work, but you have to do the work surrounding them. And it's remind, repeat, and it's reminding your team, it's reminding them to join, it's following up. Did they get on? And you're asking questions, and it's the whole process of remind, repeat. Okay. And as a leader, including myself, I'm preaching this to me too. We've got to be better about reminding, and just continuing to remind, because that's where the whole fruit is with these events. Okay. So, I think somebody's on. Oh, you got it. Okay. Now I want to really go over the iPad incentive and really talk to you guys about like the convention contest. And before I get in convention contest, you have Gold School. We have Gold School that is local on the East Coast. They're rotating back and forth, so it's our turn, and it's in Washington, D.C. on May 4th. I think it's the weekend of my birthday. So like May 4th, May 5th, something like that is the Saturday. Okay. Gold School is absolutely amazing, and so much vision is casted at these events, and they get a glimpse of how Plexus spoils you with incentives and gifts and loves on you with the training. Get people to Gold School. As a leader, you're invited. When you get a level 1 to gold, you're also invited. And even if your level 1 cannot attend, you as a leader are still allowed to attend. Guys, belief is built at in-person events. So if you need a little bit of belief yourself, get to Gold School. Like, we have convention in June, which is another great in-person event, but get to Gold School. So that's my first goal, is building these iPad incentives around getting a gold. Does that make sense? So I'm going to be getting people on as business builders, earning the iPad and going gold to get to Gold School. Okay, so that's my whole plan. So I'm posting about the business. If you notice, my stories I've made posted a little bit about the products, but my social media is about the business, because that's what I want. That's what builds sustainable long-term business, is the business builders. So you want people to come in, and guys, you're not going to find a business builder, you've got to create them. And so, hi Lola. So you are casting that vision in your post. You're bringing these people in, you're loving on them, and you're creating them as business builders. And that's where your onboarding system really comes into play, that you're getting them on these welcome calls, that you're getting them on a Zoom call, and you're casting vision, and you're going over realistic expectations with them. And when you can do that, you're going to help them earn an iPad. They're going to continue to share, and then you're going to get them to Gold School, right? And then you have a new gold. And so convention contest with the iPad is just like a double whammy, because people are going to be excited to earn that iPad. And when you earn the iPad, you get monthly credits. And when they earn the iPad, you get monthly credits. And so it just builds so much momentum, not only for your business and your points and your income, but your convention contest, which is also extra cash. And you guys want to get to those events and those parties at convention. You can ask any of these girls who have been to convention before. You want to be at these parties. There is nothing like a Plexus party, truly. Like, it's just a blast. We have so much fun, and you want to be there with us at these parties. And don't downplay and play small where you want to be with your credits, because you never know what you'll be able to build. And so I remember, was it Leaders Retreat or convention, like 2 years ago, I had it all over my mirror about the $2,000 shopping spree and all the things. And so what you believe and what you manifest will come to fruition. So you have to tell yourself, like, I'm earning It's not a black tie gala. They rented out the Wild Horse Saloon. So it's like boot scooting boogie gala, I guess. So wearing her boots and her dresses, I guess. And so you want to earn that. Plus all the prizes before is a ton of cash. And so it's amazing. And so you want to be there. You want those prizes. And so you want to really upsell this iPad incentive in your business and be talking about the business. Guys, look at all the business benefits that you could talk about. It's not just putting gas in your car, it's friendships, it's community, right? It's personal growth. Like, look at all the things that the business has to offer and take each piece of that, and you can turn those into post. It doesn't have to all be about the income. Okay. All right, Andrea, I'll let you take it away.
Okay. So Brianna is so right. And I'm going to quickly go over this really quick because I want Leah to have some room and to talk. So I was telling Brianna, I know when I first started, I was intimidated by the convention contest. Does anybody else feel that way? Like you're like, or do you think I'm never going to earn any of that? Like that was my mindset. I had a crappy mindset, but I was like, I'm never going to earn that. I don't really care. And I didn't try. I did not try to earn any of that because I was always just like, there's no way I can do that. Like, I cannot go to the winner's dinner. I'm never going to be able to go to Gal. Like, that just seems so far out of reach. Well, here's the thing. I didn't even freaking take a second to even look what it took to actually earn the credits. And I really wish I did because it's not that overwhelming. It's actually not overwhelming at all. And this year for convention, the way that you're earning is by ads, and by prizes. So it's literally helping your team. It's about duplication, and helping your team win is going to ultimately help you win. Okay. So really quick, I broke down, this number is probably like a roundabout. Y'all know how I am with math. It's usually like 10, so off, but listen, it's a roundabout. So how you can grow 108 points this month with the iPad incentive alone. Okay. So you're going to get yourself silver. Then you're going to get a level 1 silver. And then you're going to get that level 1 to get someone silver. And then you're going to have that. So on, you're going to work 4 levels deep for a silver. Okay. And then you're going to switch off because you just got your new people, right? But now we're going to focus on someone who is loving the products. So you're going to get 1 product lover silver. They're going to get 1 person silver. And then they're going to get another person silver. So on your brand new leg, you're going to go 4 deep with silver. Okay. And then on your product lover, you're going to go 3 deep. You guys, this can happen. You can grow 108 points. I want you to put right now in the comments, where would your points be adding on to last month if you added 108 points? Right? Like this is just by duplication, because I encourage you guys to duplicate, right? Like we can all probably go out and add 6 people, and that's great and fine. But if you're not duplicating, you're not teaching the process. You're not going to be able to grow like a residual team. Okay. So 171, I mean, that is within 100 points of senior gold, almost senior ruby, 304. I mean, guys, look at these points, 216, 259. And this is just from what you are doing. This is nothing extra, right? This is nothing extra that, so-and-so may say, oh my gosh, I want the iPad incentive. Have you messaged all of your product lovers and you said, hey, listen, I don't know if you saw the iPad incentive, but I want to help you earn it if that's something you want to do. I found that it's really simple. I'm even telling people have already earned it. People have already earned the iPad this month, and it's only the 6th, right? 6 days in, they've already earned it. And then I just asked them, what are your thoughts? I have a message I'll find and post it in here when Leah is speaking, but you guys take that message and I want you to go through and message every single happy wholesale customer. Okay. You never know who's going to say yes. When they say yes, what do? You say, okay, great. I'm going to go grab a post for you to make. You go grab a first post in RiseCo. It's in the guides, the first guide. Go and grab that post. I'm sure that your leader has boards with first post. Go and grab one of those. It doesn't matter. Fill in the blanks. Ask them, what have you seen improve? Fill in the blanks. And then you're going to watch that post like a hawk. You're going to be like, okay, I want you to post it tonight between 7 and 9. If you can't do it between 7 and 9, I want you to do it first thing when you wake up in the morning. And you're going to go and you're going to check on, make sure that they have posted. If they did not, you are going to go and you're going to say, Brianna, oh my gosh, I went to your wall just to make sure so I could show some love. I didn't see the post. I just want to send you a friendly reminder. Post it today because I'm so excited to help you earn this iPad. Guys, it's okay to nudge people because they just forget. Like genuinely, they forget. And then if she's like, I don't know, I'm a little bit nervous, and you're going to say, talk to me. Why are you hesitant about posting? And whatever that says, you're going to say, listen, you're going to use feel, felt, found method. Listen, I understand how you feel. I felt the same way when I started, but what I found is so many people were able to relate to what these products could do for them. And I found that I was able to help a handful of people right off the bat, right? So relate to them, talk through it. Don't just say, okay, no worries. Because guys, honestly, they will thank you. They will thank you when they have $400 in their hand and a new iPad, right? And then also too, earning, when you sign 3 people, you yourself get 40 credits towards convention. And then if you sign 6, you get 80. Okay. And then so on, right? So you get, I have it right here just so I can tell you guys, because I just want you guys to understand that this is possible, but you have to make the main thing the main thing. You have to be laser focused if you want to earn these prizes, if you want to earn the iPad. You cannot let distractions happen. You have to, I feel like we're so good at letting ourselves off the hook with distractions. We're like, oh, I want to go talk about, or I want to see what this is, X, Y, and Z. Let me go see. It's like we're just doing everything, or we're doing all the plexusy things that are comfortable. We're not doing the things that make us uncomfortable. And so where you give, I say, your energy to, it expands, right? So how about this? I remember Brianna used to always be like, Andrea, she'd text me before she was Emerald. She's like, Andrea, I see Lexuses everywhere, all over Hurricane. Like I see them. I was behind a Lexus today. I was behind this. And I'm like, because guess what she's thinking about? Lexuses, right? She's thinking about that. So whatever you are thinking about, you're going to create, right? And so I want you to think about that. Where you let your mind go, that is what you're focusing on. And so think about that. Adjust your thoughts. We have a long month compared to last month. You have so much time. You have all of this month and all of next month. You can do it. The only reason why you would not earn an iPad is because you simply did not try. That is the only way that you are not going to earn an iPad, is because you simply just did not try. And I say that with all the love in my heart, because I know that we get all up in our head and we talk all this crap to ourselves and we say, oh, we can't do it. We don't know enough people. I'm sending all these messages and no one's answering, all of these things that we can say to make ourselves be like, that's okay. We tried our hardest. But guys, I know that you can earn the iPad. I know that there are people on your team who also want to earn the iPad that are not working the business, right? Make this a way to say, hey, okay, let me tell you really quick one story, and then I'm going to hand it over to Leah, because I just have so much to talk about. But so Amy Paul, you guys probably don't know her. She was a very, very, very popular diamond when I came in. She signed up Brooke Hemingway, Emily Gibson. She's got all these fantastic diamonds underneath her. Okay. She makes $80,000 a month. Okay. Probably more. Let me tell you, Amy Paul signed up, did not want to work the business. 2019, Brooke Hemingway reached out to her. No, I'm sorry. Her, Abram, I'm talking about, right? Stephanie Abram. Okay. She signed up Amy Paul. She reached out and said, hey, Amy, there's an iPad incentive this month. Do you want to earn it? Blah, blah, blah. Amy's a homeschooling mom. She's like, sure, I need an iPad to homeschool my kids. That iPad incentive, that one reach out, look where she's at. That could be your Amy Paul. All you have to do, and what's the worst thing that they're going to say? No. I would much rather get 5. Ask me this. If you got an Amy Paul on you, would you take all the 40 no's that you got? I would, for that one yes. I would work through 50 no's. I'm like, sure, fine, whatever, for that one yes that, hey, sure, I'll earn the iPad. And then when people do that, you guys, that's when you start feeding the vision. That's when you connect them with your upline. That's when you tell your upline, tell your story, connect them to a jewel sponsor, like breed that vision into them. Because if they're willing to post, if they're willing to get 6 people, you can cast that vision into them to where they may go gold. They may go senior gold. It's all about how you nurture that relationship going forward. Listen, you're going to have to handle objections from them. You're going to have to handle hesitations. I still have to do that stuff with my sapphires and emeralds, right, Brianna? Like, right, Heather? Like, we have to all go through these things, right? I'm still talking to them through mindset stuff, right? And I think that's part of the beauty of it, is we can be there for each other and we can help people rise up. That's why we're here. We're helping other women rise up. And so I want you guys to think about where you want to be. What could minimum 108 points do for you? What if you won winner's dinner, 1,200 points? What could you do this month? You could easily earn, I calculated by all of that, what I said, like you could easily earn around 500 convention credits by just doing what I just talked about. Right? 500. So if you did that this month and you did it next month, and then you just a couple little sporadic things, you would be on your way to winner's dinner, right? Like, it is doable. Use our system, have them post, stalk the post, send them the message for them to put you in the conversation, ask them to do a wellness hangout, say, listen, I'm doing everything for you. All you have to do is invite. How does that sound? And then you rinse and repeat. You get someone else to do that. Guys, it's simple. It is simple. The skills that take to be successful in this business is simple. It's just the part of putting it in action and the mindset of what we're telling ourselves. Okay. This month, I just want to leave you guys with this, because think about it. This month in 2019 is when the following month in April, I went emerald. Okay. Like, what could this iPad incentive do for you? Like, hype your team up, post about it. Truly, like, it can, yes, mom, get it, girls, get it, girls. But really, like, hype the people up. It's an iPad for signing 6 people. We all know 6 people. We all know 6 people. Start today. Be consistent. Don't quit whenever you send out 20 messages tomorrow and no one responds. Well, guess what? That's normal. Continue to do that the next day. You can judge the outcome in 90 days. You can come to me in 90 days and tell me that sending messages every day doesn't work if you have not signed up one single person in 90 days, right? I will challenge you to that. Consistency trumps, you guys, and action trumps. And so I just want you guys to know that it can be the most successful month in your business when you learn how to duplicate this down, which I just explained to you, and you learn to take care of your customers with the customer care guide in High Vibe, pinned to the top, customer care guide. It has step-by-step. You don't even have to think about what questions to ask your people when you're checking in on them. I have literally done everything for you. It is right there, copy and paste it. There's no excuse that people should be slipping through the cracks. Do the customer care. You look unprofessional when you don't check on your people properly and they have diarrhea and you don't know, or the pink drink is upsetting their stomach and you don't know. Ask the good questions. Don't be afraid if people say, oh, I don't like the pink drink. Okay, great. Tell me what you don't like about it. Why don't you add some more lemon? Why don't you add some water? Be the solution-oriented coach that they expected to get when they signed up, okay? Because it's customer service that is going to keep them around. Get them on the welcome call tomorrow. I'm going to zip it really quick. On the welcome call tomorrow, Brianna's going to go over all of these things. And then she's also going to do a plug about sharing. Here's what I'm going to do with my girls that are getting on the welcome call. I'm going to message them and be like, wasn't Brianna freaking awesome? Like, I love her so much. She knows she has a wealth of knowledge. I know that she mentioned sharing. What are your thoughts? This month, there's an iPad incentive. You can either grab 3 friends and help one of those 3 friends grab the iPad, or we can sign up 6 people. Up to you, however the tables turn. What are your thoughts? That is an easy way for you to go in and ask them to post. If you get them on this welcome call, they're going to see the value. They're going to see Brianna's face. They're going to see you on there. If someone is getting on, you need to be on that call too for support. And then you're going to follow up after and say, listen, what do you think about posting? This sounds like we could do this easily. Okay, guys, we have so much good stuff. Let's just I'm just so excited. I just like want everyone to like just know that they can do this. Okay, Leah is going to be telling us a little bit. I asked her to share a little bit about her journey. Yes, last minute, because I always think of these ideas last minute. But so I told her just to share a little bit about when she first started, maybe some things that she felt stuck out in her mind that was like some trials, tribulations, things that, maybe you're feeling isolated. You're like, oh, I don't know. Like, is this happening to anybody else? I'm daggone sure that it has. And then I want her to just explain to you what she has been doing in the last 90 days to get to where she got last month. She's really inspiring. She's such a hard worker. She's no BS. She is so coachable, and I just absolutely love her. So, Leah, I'm going to let you take it over.
Yes. Can you hear me? Okay, perfect. So I started Plexus in 2020, March of 2020. So it's been 3 years now, and I started just for the products. So fast forward a year, and I start sharing. Fast forward a year from there, and I was hitting 1,000 points. That was in June of 2022. So I hit 1,000 points. I was on top of the world. I thought I was doing great, but I was not consistent. But I was like, well, I hit 1,000 points. I can just keep going from here. And by August, I was down to 500 points. And I remember in July, I was on a Zoom. I was at Disney World. I thought I was doing all the things I needed to do. And I was on a Zoom with Heather and Andrea, and we're like, we're getting to Emerald. We're doing this. But my mindset still, I was like, fear. I had all these different fears, and I was like telling them when they were asking about like daily IPA, I'm like, well, I'm just too busy. I'm just going to fit it into the nooks and crannies. I don't want to write it down. I don't need to write it down. I had all of these things. I'm not organized whenever they would tell me to print it out. I just work when I can. I'm kind of all over the place, but I promise I'll get it done each day. I just had all these things that were like excuses anytime I was asked about it. And whenever it was August, school was starting, and I was down at the 500 point mark. Of course, whenever we drop that many points, for like, holy cow, this is not good. Like, we need to do something about this. And I feel like pushing past those fears and not just dwelling on them is huge. So trying to figure out what the issue is, what is the problem, and fixing it. Just like being a teacher, that's what we tell the students to do. So we need to do the same thing. So I really started focusing on mindset. I was doing mindset trainings, and I finally, one day I was like, okay, I'm printing out, which you can see here. I have a binder all the way back to August of daily IPAs. It's the winning day worksheet that Andrea shared before. And I have them filled out from every day of the week. I don't write them down on the weekend. I'm still doing work on Saturday and Sunday, but Monday through Friday, I have these printed out. I have them all filled in. I have my points, and just sitting down and filling it all out. Because as we know, like, if you're anything like me from before, I had a picture on my phone and I would work it in the nooks and crannies, but almost every single day I was spending way too much time looking at that picture. Most days I wouldn't complete everything. I'd be like, I don't need to contact a business builder. I don't need to make a post today. And you just kind of talk yourself out of things. So I definitely recommend printing this out. And I will be the first to say I started at the end of August. And even I would say in October, I was like, why am I doing this? Like, this isn't working. And you just like start filling your head with doubt, but keep doing it every single day. I started doing the IPA at the end of August. And I will say last month, I know it's a little more than 90 days, but last month is the month that I saw so many great things happen from my daily IPA. So I signed up. It was 14 people, and 11 of them were all follow-up people. So 11 of the 14 are people I've talked to for a long time. So one of those people is my best friend. I put on here, I'm like, I've talked to her over 100 times in person. And she finally decided to sign up. One of them I had sent 9 follow-up messages to with no response, not a single one. And I started talking to her in August. So I sent a message to her in August, and we kind of went back and forth. I would send a couple follow-ups. I would make a connection, send a couple follow-ups, and I did not get a single response for 9 messages. And she messaged me last month after I sent her a follow-up and was like, okay, I think I'm finally ready. Chelsea, one other girl that I signed up last month, July 2022 is when I first reached out to her and she decided to sign up. Another one, 8 follow-ups, 5 follow-ups. One of them is from a friend that I followed up with 11 times. And that friend is still not signed up, but she referred this girl to me. So she saw this girl make a post and she referred her to me, and she's never even signed up before. And all of these people, like I could just go through here. One was from February 2021. So writing their names down and going back into your IPA and looking at those people you followed up with, connecting with them, building connections, is huge. So yes, not being fearful of annoying people. If they don't want to hear from you, they will message you back and be like, stop messaging me, or I will let you know when I'm ready. Like, you can get a vibe if they're annoyed with you. Most people are just busy, or they don't have the money at the time, they don't respond. So that's like one huge takeaway that I wanted to talk about, is continuing to follow up with those people. And then one other thing I wrote down was ABC challenge. So the ABC challenge, I know we have talked about, I think Allie was talking about it on here not too long ago. And I did that last month as well, and followed up, like my A's that I did day 1, I would follow up with them 10 days later. So just having those names written down, I feel like helped me a lot. But I think that's it. That's all that I have written down, Andrea.
Well, thank you for sharing. And honestly, guys, the theme, as we can see, is consistency. And how many people would have given up when their points dropped 500 points? How many stories would you have made up in your head that it would have been like the easy, and most people do. It's like they're easy out. They're like, this just isn't for me. This just, I just don't feel like it's just taking up too much time. It's because our ego gets crushed a little bit, and our ego is meant to keep us safe. But guess what? Leah has definitely shown that with consistency, with recognizing, we're not always so self-aware of the things that we need to change. But if you can be self-aware of those things and say, okay, like, this sucks that I lost 500 points. Like, it sucks. Yeah, it does suck. But guys, I've lost 500 points before. I've lost 1,000 points before. And it's not saying because it's Plexus's fault. It was my fault. It was my fault for being like not consistent. It was my fault for believing the lies that I told myself. Like I said, what you focus on expands. And Brina's lost 50. I mean, guys, unfortunately it happens, but it's because we let the crap in between our ears. It really is. It starts with, we let the crap in between our ears, and then that stuff starts to trickle down. And then we talk ourselves out of doing what we know generates business. And that's IPA, that's asking for the shout out, that's following through with duplication, that's taking care of people. We start to let all of that go because we start to get down on ourselves. And the thing is this is, like I always say, the actions are simple, but if you're not doing the mindset work in between, you're really doing yourself a disservice, because you have to have the mindset to meet the action. And that's not saying that you have to go and listen to a zillion podcasts before you can ever message anybody. This business is a earn as you learn. And that's why I love it. I love that you can earn as you're bettering yourself, and then you can go and turn that into teaching someone else the same thing. And so consistency, Leah posts, if you guys go look, she is posting multiple times a week about Plexus. She's also throwing in lifestyle posts, okay? Messaging people. I remember we were on our working Zoom and Leah's like, I just sent out 50 messages. Like, if you're finding yourself just sending 3 to 5 messages and you're wondering why you're not growing, I'm not saying that you have to send 100 messages every single day. That's honestly, I don't feel like that's doable. That's just unrealistic. But if you're like, I am ready to change the game, 15 to 20 messages a day, right? And that's a mix between connecting. That's, new ask, right? All you're doing is asking people if you want to come take a look at what you're doing, if they would like to hear more information. That is getting intentional about your connections. That is writing people down. Like she said, if you're not, like, the biggest crock of crap that I ever fed myself was, just like Leah said, I don't need to print it out. Like, I'm just putting it in my phone. Guys, like, what organization is that? Like, how are you going to go back and look and see what you've done? And so I'm glad that I kicked that habit early on, because I have Plexus notebooks, like galore in there. And I love going back and like looking and seeing like who didn't join me. Right. And I will tell you this, I know, like, whatever you believe in, whatever, but I'm telling you, manifestation is real. If you write people down when you write it down, it's like 80% likely going to happen, because it is right there in front of your face. You wrote it down. And if you put people on there, I remember I used to do this very early on. I still do it, but I was just so surprised. I would write people up like, who do I want on my team this month? And I would write them down, and I would be so intentional about connecting with them. Because here's the thing, if you're doing, what is the, I can't remember what the saying is, but it's like, if you do something like halfway, you're going to get halfway results. Right. And so it's like, you cannot, if you don't know who you're connecting with and you're just kind of scrolling Facebook, scrolling your Instagram, and you're like, oh, she looks cool, maybe I'll connect with her, and it's not a consistent pattern, you're not building any relationship. You're just wasting your time. Truly, because that compounds every single time you comment on their story, or you comment in their, whatever it may be. I don't know, but it's literally compounding every single time, and you're making an influence, or you're making, they're recognizing you every single time that you do that. Right. And so Heather said, Andrew, remember when you found a page from convention, you wrote my name on it a year before I even got started? Yes. I literally remember sitting in there, and they were like, write down a dream teamer. And I wrote Heather. I mean, I even screenshotted it too, or like, I don't even know if that's even a thing back then, but I sent it to her. I'm like, look, like, you were on my dream teamer list. And just to go, like, Heather, I followed up with Heather 13 freaking times. She told me no about like almost every single time except for the 13th time. I was like, we're getting on a phone call. And I remember like getting on a phone call, and she was still like, I don't know. So I had to like follow up. I'm like, girl, you are going to be so good at this. Like, trust me. And here she is, right? Like, you have to have that unwavering belief in people, because so many people do not have people believing in them. It's just true. People don't have people telling them like, I believe in you. Here is all the great things about you, and here's why I think you could do this. And guess what? It's how many times does someone say, oh my gosh, your outfit is so cute. And you're like, oh, this old thing I just got out of the closet. Like, you're not like, I know, girl, I think I look so good in this outfit too. Why do we always do that? Why do we always downgrade our compliments instead of just being like, thank you so much, I love my outfit too? It's like a weird thing we do, right? But that is the same thing with like, just telling people like, hey, this could be for you, because you are great at this, because, yes, yeah, she used to all the time. And like, I'm just telling you, the no's are not no's. The no's are like, usually, like Leah said, money. They don't know enough, or they're just simply busy. I want you guys to practice on don't letting your mind go to the very worst scenario first, right? Go to the positive. And then what else is there? If they don't respond, move on, guys. Essentially, this is a numbers game. Until you get a response, no emotion should be attached to it. It's a numbers game. And so I want you guys to think about, how many contacts can you make this month? How many people can you invite to learn more about Plexus? We're having these events for a reason. And I love the Zooms personally, because if someone tells me that they're going to get on a Zoom, then I know that they are more likely to be committed to actually wanting to know the information. And so they're quick. If they say, I would love to come, but I have another obligation, you can say, hey, would you like me to send you a link for the replay? I've done that several times, right? And if they are really interested, they're going to watch that. So, or just get them on the phone, you guys. Get them on the phone, FaceTime them. Like, that is my new thing. I have a FaceTime actually with a girl tomorrow. I'm like, let's just get on FaceTime. Let's just talk about this, because they see me, they can ask me the questions. It's not weird. It's not weird. And I feel like a lot of the times we make it weird, but I feel like that just, it's an easier way to get all the middleman crap out and the not being able to, you know, I don't know, like the whole like texting and back and forth, the waiting and all of that. So honestly, consistency, get your post together. It's Monday, plan your week out, 3 Plexus posts, 2 Plexus posts, whatever it may be. Who do you need? Who have you been in conversations with in the last week, in the last 2 weeks? Who do you need to post to this week, right? What do you need to do to earn your convention credits? I challenge you to open up the how to earn your convention credits and map yourself out to where you want to get to in convention at the convention contest. If you're not going to convention, I highly and strongly suggest you get yourself there because it is absolutely amazing. The first year that I went senior Ruby at the convention center. I did not want to go, but my sponsor was like, you need to go. And I was like, great. I'm going to be the nerd with the lanyard. Like, I don't do that kind of thing. It's not like that at all. It's literally not like that at all. It is insane energy, amazing guest speakers. This year, I heard that there's a country music artist that could be possibly singing that we all might know. It's just going to be so fun. And I want you guys to experience the incredible, I say show that Plexus puts on because it truly is that, but you get so much value out of it. You get to see people in real life that you might follow on Instagram or social media, whatever it may be. And it just builds your belief. It really does. I truly believe that if I didn't go to that convention in Las Vegas that one year, I don't think I would be here because I got to actually see, oh yeah. Oh my gosh. I don't think it's Kelsey, but I don't know. But honestly, guys, get there, save up right now. You need to sign like 3 people up in the next 2 months to afford the ticket. You guys have got this. Okay. I'm not 3, 6 people in the next 2 months, 6 people this month. You guys can do it. The business building bonuses can literally earn your ticket to convention. Room with people. We have a house. Like, just get yourself there. It's going to be wonderful. All right, you guys. Leah, thank you so much for sharing. Brianna, thank you for the rundown. And don't forget about our new ambassador call tomorrow. Bye, guys.